It's your boy Girl here. We're back with another video, and today I supposed to video, guys, man. Today we're gonna be doing the tier list. We're gonna be doing the new LF NAMEK GOKU tier list edition and everything like that. You guys know I usually do these whenever there's a new LF or new Ultra, because usually most of the time they're going to shake up the meta. So the last one I did was hit. I mean, not hit. I said hit. The LF cell. So we actually got some new units. We got the Ginyu Force units. Then we got him. Then Zenkai Full Power Frieza got a Zenkai. He's not making it the top 10, so you guys just don't worry about that. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy these type of videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, roll to 15K, and it is a tier list. Now I know a lot of you guys are not going to like my top 10 tier list, especially with one specific unit and everything like that. But I'm gonna break down why I feel like it, and I'm thinking it towards the meta. I'm not thinking about me rocking region, because if I was rocking region, like if I was in the region perspective, this specific unit would be higher because I struggle with this unit a little bit more compared to the others. But if you're rocking the meta, if it's all about the meta, then this specific unit is going to go down lower. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with it. Let's go from number 1 all the way down to honorable mention. So yeah, number 1, me personally, I'm going to go Frieza. I think Go Frieza is universally number 1. I think if you used to do like a community poll, majority of the player base is going to say Goku Frieza is number 1. Now, it's just like right now, bro, like greens and yellows are not really popping right now. So I mean, yeah, you can rock greens, you can rock like some greens like Rose, you can rock a yellow like Jiren or the Gambas, but it's just that since UVB is still around, you really don't want to rock a yellow for real. Like you're kind of testing your luck, bringing a red. I'm bringing a yellow, even though UVB is still around. So then, and then the greens, the problem with greens is like they can go to the purple, you know, they have the Goku side. And then every team, there's just a lot of powerful purples in the meta too. So greens are kind of hurting as well. So the two colors to really slow them down, they're not really dominating right now in this meta. So it's really just blue, purples, and then you just have that one red that keeps in check with the yellows. So it's just a weird spot, but I think Goku Frieza is easily the best unit in the game, bro. I just think that, yeah, there really isn't really a unit to really counter them for real, because like if you bring a green, they just have the purple side, and then the teams that they're on, they have great purples on their team, and it's just, I just feel like they're the best team in the game. I feel like they're the best unit in the game. Now, number 2, you guys are going to be very, 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 very surprised who I put at number 2. Number 2. I'm going to explain why I put him at this specific unit, number 2. But I'm going to put 17 at number 2. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be like, no way MVP 17 is number 2. Now, let me break down why I think 17 is number 2. I don't think him personally, he's better. Like, when you look at the kids, he's better than UVB, no. But when I always look at the meta, it's always something where it's him, these two together. It's always them two together. And then your leader slot unit is some random unit that you just add on there. It's either them two together with UVB. It's either them two together with his NAMEK. It's either them two together with like UI sign. It's always them two together, and you just kind of just add in another powerful unit. So that just tells me that's just how valuable the 17 is. Like UVB, it just makes it difficult for them to like UVB to rush them, because he takes away the buffs, and then you got this little rush counter thing. Then it's like this guy gets double. Once he gets his gauge up, you know, sustained damage cut. Then he's getting double vanish, and it's just annoying to deal with. Like you gotta take away his vanish twice to get in the combo. And I mean, you have 2 chances to use your vanish every single time. And depending on how fast this guy, say for example, UVB combos this guy forever. Say for example, you're facing the UVB, this guy is comboing, and he gets his gauge early in the game. It just makes this guy more difficult to deal with. So I know a lot of people want to disagree with this, but whenever I see, anytime I'm facing a meta team, it's always them two together, and then you just have a third unit is just whoever. It could be Gogeta Blue, it could be Rose, it could be UI Sign, it could just be anybody here, but there's always been these two together that's been the glue, because they're just so good at protecting the Rising Rush that you just put any other powerful third unit and it just works. So me personally, I think I see the value of 17 a little bit more than a typical person. But you see these two running around all the time. They're always together, and you just add in any other third unit around, and it's just kind of, it is what it is. So yeah, me personally, I think that these two are the 1 and 2. You guys, like I said, I know a lot of you guys are already gonna be in the comments, but that's my reason. That's my reasoning. So let's hop into number 3. Number 3, I'm gonna put NAMEK GOKU. The reason why I'm gonna put NAMEK GOKU here is because he's just another powerful blue to slow down UVB. UVB is just facing a lot of multiple blues right now. There's really not really powerful greens. Now, granted, a lot of people are going to argue that he has Rose, but me personally, I've never really been worried about Rose. And if you actually take a look at the teams that he can be on, like I said, he's one of those units that you can leader slot him on this uni rep team, and he just works. You just have triple blues against UVB. UVB can't do much. And if you do bring Rose, if you're that scared of Rose, bro, most of the time UI Sign is going to be on the bench for this uni rep team, and then you have the purple side of the Goku Frieza, and you can just have double purples to slow down Rose, and if you can just take him out, and then guess what? Then you have 2 blues against UVB. Now this guy is actually pretty annoying. His gauge is really cracked. I mean, he actually kind of slows down UVB's combo because he takes away his key, and then he's ramping up every time he gets hit. Then you guys know his gauge is like Kaioken Goku and Beast Gohan at the same time, so he can just really combo you for days. And then like once he gets his gauge, once he pops his main ability, he can just lock in. He can just snipe UVB. Now UVB, he takes away his attribute upgrades. So say for example he pops UVB, I think, what is it, 50% health that he's at or something like that. 50% health. He gets the type neutral against blues. He takes away that buffs because he cancels all attribute upgrades from the enemies, and you can wipe that buff from him. And he just snipe, and he has 100% sustained. Oh, okay. He actually has 100% sustained damage cut. So I just feel like he's a really great counter to him. Me personally, I don't think his teams aren't really the best compared to like TOP, like where you could just kind of just rock them together. Yeah, Sun Fam, you just rock these two together. But I think the problem with like a Sun Fam setup is it's easier for you to rush them because now you're kind of relying off him, of his rush counter. So if you say, for example, you PV and then your third unit is like a Pan, or even like this green Gohan, for example, I just feel like it's a lot easier to rush the team while if you just leader him on this team, it's just a lot easier for him. He just flows better on this team, in my opinion, compared to a Sun Fam team. So I think right now he's better than UVB. I think once there's more powerful greens, I think he's going to drop more because he has no type neutral. But right now he has Blast Armor. He does a ton of damage. He combos you for days, bro. Like, I think this is gonna be my top 3. Like I said, a lot of you guys are gonna disagree with it. Understandable, but I think right now, I think he has the edge of UVB because if you rock all 3 of these guys together, like, what is UVB gonna really do? UVB, like, this UVB player gotta really lock it. You gotta deal with this blue. You gotta deal with Frieza, and then you gotta deal with this guy. And most of the time, not a lot of people are even rocking Rose. And if you do rock Rose, I'm not really too worried about Rose. A lot of people are not even bringing Rose as much as they should be. I've been seeing Rose, but I feel like I should be seeing Rose a little bit more, but I still don't be seeing Rose as much as I'm expecting him, especially with another blue unit into the game. But he is arguably the best green right now, and you don't really see him too much. So yeah, number 4, UVB. I don't think UVB goes higher than this. I think a lot of people are going to put him to. Right now, I just think there's too many strong blues. There's just too many strong blues right now, and I think the fact that Rose isn't really that dominant of a green as of now. He's really good as a green, but I just think right now, like, even with all these blues, I still feel like a lot of people are not really scared of Rose like that. They're just like, oh, you know, it was Rose, and you know, saying they're just like, all right, cool, we're just gonna deal with Rose. Like, Rose does his thing, but it's not like, I don't know. It's just, I don't think people are really feeling. I just don't think a lot of people are threatened by this guy as much as they should be, which is weird. Now, granted, of course, Rose is going to do his numbers against these guys, but I just feel like even with Rose, you know, a lot of people are still rocking UVB on, like, the leader slide of these two. Still, I think people rock UVB more on this setup than a pure future team, which is actually pretty crazy. So, yeah, I'm going to put him number 4 for now, because if you just substitute him, triple blues, can't really do much. Now, number 5, I'm going to actually put Trunks. I think Trunks still got some great value. Trunks is one of those units where you still see these teams where it's UVB, Trunks, and Goku Frieza leader, and I think the fact that Trunks is a pretty solid unit. I think he's a pretty solid unit. Really, the biggest thing is he has endurance. I mean, he does great strike attack damage. He can kind of somewhat slow down his first combo when he gets his little gauge thing up. So I mean, I think Trunks has a little bit of some value. I might change Trunks thing real quick, maybe, but I just don't see any other unit being more valuable than Trunks right now. When I'm looking at this list, I just don't see anybody. But I'll still be facing these Trunks every now and then, so I gotta give respect to this Trunks. Best Zenkai in the game for sure. So hell, let's hop into number 6. Number 6, I'm actually gonna put in Cell. I think Cell might have the edge. I'm gonna put Cell number 6. I think Cell definitely drops down below this Trunks. I've been seeing this Trunks more compared to the Cell. Like I said, there really isn't that many greens to really be worried about, so I see more value in the Trunks just in case people wants to deal with reds and all that good stuff. So like I said, you're not really facing that many greens, but if you do have him. So it's a weird situation with this Trunks. But I just see this Trunks more than the Cell. I mean, now granted, Cell is on the Androids team, right? You have Cell with the death buffs and everything, so I think he does provide great value on that Androids team. So that's why I think he's number 6. But he can be ran on the future. You can rock these 3 together. I've been seeing that setup as well. But yeah, I think also Regen, I rock him on a Regen, but I don't really rock Cell as much. Only when I'm facing like a UVB Rose Trunks team. Like if I'm not facing a Go Frieza and I'm facing like Rose, then I'll bring in this Cell. Cause I think this guy deserves to have Kid. Even though if I'm facing UVB, I'll still bring Kid Buu just to wall Goku Frieza, because that's just how annoying they are, and that's how much I value them because they're number 1 in the game. So I think Cell's number 6. His death buff is amazing. AoE green card, his gauge, like everything about him. I think he's a really solid unit. So number 6. Number 7, I'm actually gonna put Gambas. I think Gambas. The only thing that's kind of hurting Gambas is UVB. You still kind of, like I said, you still see UVB, even despite all these blues, right? Despite all these blues running around, people still rocking UVB. That just shows how powerful he is. So it's kind of difficult for the Gambas to really pop. I mean, now granted, they do have 17. They do have Cell now. They're a unit it's like they're a snowball type of unit where if they get going early in the match, then their core breakers are super annoying to deal with, and they can really just go crazy with the blast. Cause a lot of teams are not going to have blast defense on their team, so their blast damage is just going to go insane just on the Android setup. But I think the problem with them is that you really only see them on Androids, and not a lot of people main Androids. But when you do see the Androids, you kind of have to lock in, because if they start to, at the beginning of the match, they start to cook. They get in their vanish back and all that, and they keep building up their little gauge thing. Super annoying to deal with. Like, you got the AoE damage from you got an AoE damage for him as well. They can definitely like just deplete your health like really quick. So I'm gonna put the Gambas number 7 for sure. Now number 8, I'm actually I'm conflicted, bro. I actually might put UI Sign number 8. I just think UI Sign is a really annoying unit to deal with. He does extra damage to Fusion Warriors. He's a great Zenkai buffer for Go Frieza as well. He can be ran with that uni rep team. Like he's one of those units you can just throw as a 3rd unit. He gets the job done. AoE green card. He has the universe cover change twice. He does great damage, bro. I think that he's really valuable. So I'm definitely gonna respect UI Sign, and I'm gonna put him number 8. I think there's really nothing bad to say. Of course, like when he faces a yellow, he's not gonna really do that well. I mean, but he does have some ways of going like type neutral damage taken from yellows or something like that. I think something like that in this kit, or that he has something where he can kind of sustain against yellows and everything like that. So not a bad unit for sure. They definitely made his Zenkai really good, and he's always gonna be a stable in his uni rep because he's Zenkai buffs, in my opinion, the best unit in the game. So number 9, I'm actually gonna put Rose number 9. I think Rose definitely gets some value. I don't know his value jumps that high because, like I said, there's still a lot of good purples running around, but there is a lot of blues now, so his value kind of shoots up in the top 10 spot for sure. So I'm gonna put him there. He does have a way of going type neutral with his main ability. I think the biggest thing with Rose issue is just that it takes super long for him to be able to nullify special cover chains, because you got to chain in a lot of cards just for him to get that. Now granted, he does have 3 ultimate cards, which is really nice. He has a fast AoE blue card, and if it does land, and not AoE blue card, but fast animation blue card, and then when it lands, it has a chance of paralysis and all that good stuff. But I just think a lot of good purples still running around. He kind of get cooked up, and it's like I said, it takes forever for him to build up his special cover change little thing off his gauge. But you know, I think his value does go up a bit for sure. I definitely do believe he is a top 10 unit for sure. So number 10, I'm gonna put Captain Ginyu. I think Captain Ginyu is pretty solid. I think, you know, the fact that Frieza Saga, you can rock these two together here. This is another powerful purple for him. I think he's real gimmicky, especially when he goes to Ginyu Goku. He can definitely one combo you to death, but the problem is he has no special cover chain. So if you can just get lucky, you know, this game is so much RNG. If you do get lucky and just, you know, pop a, you know, go to strike cover chains when he pops a strike or a blast, you can kind of just slow him down a bit. But I mean, he still does a lot. You don't really see Frieza Saga that much, but like I say, if you rock them two together, then you just like put Goku Frieza. That's still like a really powerful team and everything like that. So I'm gonna definitely respect Ginyu and put him number 10. Now, honorable mentions. There's a few honorable mentions I want to put up here for sure. I definitely want to put in this Gohan. I think this Gohan is really valuable. Every time I face this Gohan, I hate facing him. I think Sun Family, he's just a great. Like I said, there's a lot of powerful blues right now. He can go type neutral against purples 3 times, so that's really nice. And just the amount of damage support stacking he gets every time he takes a hit. Supporting Goku Frieza, NAMEK Goku here as well. Then UI sign if you want to rock a Sun Fam, so that's really nice there. I'm definitely going to put Beast Gohan up here. I think Beast Gohan is still pretty solid for sure. UGB, I don't think UGB is. I think UGB is like probably like around here. I don't really be seeing as much UGBs as like just in general. I think you still see some pan. I think Zamasu is going to be up here a little bit just because he's just another blue to wall off UVB. Me personally, I rock him on regen. He's a really great blue to slow down UVB. His blast damage is really great against them, so he's kind of like my best blue against UVB. He kind of does fare well. Now, granted, UVB can just take away his endurance and stuff and go type neutral, which is pretty annoying. But I definitely going to respect that for sure. I think Raccoon and Goro is actually not bad as well. I might put them up here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I really don't be caring about the honorable mentions. I just don't care too much about it. So anybody else, Kid Buu, I really don't be caring about the honorable mentions. I think it's kind of like around here. I don't think UGB is in the top 10. I think he's I hadn't been seeing UGB a lot, so I think he kind of falls out the top 10. But who knows? He might come back. I don't be seeing Hit. I might put Kid Buu up here. I kind of see more Kid Buus. I kind of been seeing some other regen teams over Hit, so I'm gonna put him over what's his name. I think I'm gonna keep Kid Buu right there, and then everybody else, I don't really matter. I don't really care about these other units. Piccolo, we'll just keep these units here. Yeah, we'll just keep these units like this. I think these gonna be the units I'm gonna keep up. I think this Nerd Gohan kind of goes up a bit, but I probably gonna keep something like this. I don't know. Just keep it like this. It's really about the top 10 though. It's really about the top 10. Yeah, that's pretty much it with this video. Like I said, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this guy right here, but you know, I gave you guys my reasoning why. But I feel like this guy can definitely fall off quick, super quick, because like I said, Saiyans is not a bad team, but I just feel like their rise and rush protection isn't as good compared to like a uni rep, and then you just leader slot him. So depending on how many greens they drop in the future, and then like I said, it just depends on his game, because him not having no type neutral kind of hurts him in a bit. Now he has type neutral at least when his allies die with his ultimate card, so that gives him some value. Like this Trunks does that as well. So these other blues have some way of going type neutral besides him, but still a really powerful unit right now. So we'll see what happens in the future. I can't believe they dropped another blue unit to kind of slow down UVB or counter him. It's actually sickening that they actually are doing this to UVB. I'm surprised that they gave a direct counter like that already so soon, like a month in since he dropped. Like, I'm surprised they didn't do it like 2 to 3 months after, but it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Big Girl, man, I'm out.